name is Eric Nielsen. I am the Executive Director of the Utah Debate Commission. Today marks the first of 2 days where we're going to be producing our Republican primary debates. I would like to thank our sponsor, doTERRA, for helping us put these debates together. I'd also like to thank our university partners and our broadcast partners for supporting us in these endeavors, specifically KSL for hosting the debates. These are going to be really good debates. I'm very excited for the voters of Utah to see the candidates express their views, differentiate themselves. For the candidates who have agreed to join us, I thank you very much. For the candidates who have declined, I would like to make one last request for you guys to come and attend. This will be a good service for the voters of Utah, and I think you'll be happy coming out of it. I'd like to turn the time over to co-chair Wayne Niederhauser.
Thanks, Eric. Exciting to be involved in these primary debates over the next couple of days. I was asked to be in this position about 2.5 years ago. I'd served as in the legislature for 12.5 years and got out of the legislature in 2018, 6 of those as Senate President. I'd watched the debate commission through those years and was always impressed, but being on the inside, I was even more impressed at the resolve for professional debates, a service to the public, and having been involved in the last election cycle in 2020, I got hooked. It's amazing to be involved on the inside watching these debates take place. They were always very professional, robust, and we pride ourselves on being independent, and I think that's part of the reason why the Debate Commission puts on such great debates. We're also privileged to have Thomas Wright here, former chair of the Debate Commission of the Republican Party and former candidate for governor here in the state of Utah. We'll turn some time over to him.
Well, thank you, Wayne, and thank you, Eric. It's an honor to be here. I felt since I was the co-chair of the Utah Debate Commission that turned it over to former Senate President Wayne Niederhauser that I'd be here to support the Debate Commission. I have seen uniquely the Debate Commission in 3 different facets. First, I was the chairman of the Utah Republican Party when the Debate Commission was formed, and I got to interact with the Debate Commission as the chairman of the Utah Republican Party. And I know what it's like to be the chairman. It's a difficult position where you're juggling a lot of variables. But I saw the professionalism and the integrity of the Debate Commission, and they gave us the peace of mind to have our candidates participate in the debates during that time period, and they did so, and we were honored to be a part of it. Then later I was asked to be the co-chair of the Utah Debate Commission. Co-chair meaning that there were 2 chairs, one that represented the right and one that represented the left. And I was honored to represent my side of the aisle, but doing so in a bipartisan way to create a consortium of people who would put together great debates in the state of Utah. And the goal of those debates was to increase our voter participation, which we all know in Utah has been one of the lowest in the country and has been declining. We wanted to turn that around by having fantastic debates. And as co-chair of the Debate Commission, I worked with the chairman of the party that replaced me to overcome concerns. The Democratic side did the same thing, and we were able to have successful debates that served the people of Utah well. And then in 2020, I resigned as co-chair of the Debate Commission, and that's how you got involved. I was going to apologize, but I won't. You've done a great job. And I saw from the candidate's perspective how the Utah Debate Commission works. And that was a different perspective than I had seen previously as the chairman and obviously the co-chair of the Utah Debate Commission. But the integrity they had, the professionalism, the way they treated the candidates, the transparency, the fairness, we had great debates. And look, debating is not easy. I know. It's hard to stand up under the bright lights with live camera feeds and answer tough questions. But it's an important part of our republic. It's an important part of the democratic process. And it's an important part of running for public office, standing and answering tough questions when you don't know what they might be. And it's my view that having all of that perspective allows me to stand here and say that I have faith and confidence in the Utah Debate Commission. I'm honored to become now a host of one of those debates this year. I'm looking forward to hosting the debate of the 1st Congressional District and doing so with the same transparency and integrity that I was treated with as a candidate, as a co-chair, and as chairman of the Utah Republican Party. So it's an honor to be here with you today.
So I'll take some questions. We have some assembled press here.
All right. Yeah, my name's Sean Hammersmeier. I'm with the St. George Spectrum, and several candidates have declined to participate in these commission debates, and one of them is Congressman Chris Stewart, who said in a statement that the debate commission hasn't made certain concessions to Republican candidates for these debates. So I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about those concessions that were being asked for by, the candidates and the state Republican Party.
So the question on what we should have conceded is they wanted us to partner with the Utah GOP to co-sponsor the debates. What that was implied by them is that they could help select moderators and they could help with question selection. And our mission is to be independent. Our mission is to be nonpartisan. And we've been doing debates since 2014. We've been doing primaries for both parties since 2018, and we've done a great job doing that. And that would just not be within our charter to accept their partnership.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think the impact of certain candidates not participating in these commission debates and just relying on, the GOP-sponsored debates are for this primary?
I can't really speak to what the impact is. All I know is that we're putting on really good debates. We have a good reach. We're educating voters with the candidates that we do have.
Mm-hmm. And Senator Mike Lee has also kind of declined to participate, and he announced on Twitter yesterday that he would be holding a event in St. George the exact same time as the Senate debate tomorrow night. So kind of what's your opinion of that, and why do you think candidates should participate in these debates and kind of make an effort to answer nonpartisan questions?
Honestly, this is the first I'm hearing about Mike Lee's event, and again, I would implore, I would wish that he would come up here and participate in our debate. I think that would be much more productive. But it's his choice to refuse a part of our debate, and what he does with his is I wish him well.
Mm-hmm. And do you think the impact of kind of the Republicans' decisions on these primary debates will have an impact on the general election or the debates for the general election farther down the line?
I can't speak to that either. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Everything that I've heard so far from candidates is that this is solely concerned with the Republican primaries. That is where they have the concerns. For the general election, they're perfectly happy with the process we have set up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And do you have any questions?
Hi, gentlemen. Lindsey Arts from KSL News Radio. I just want to drill down a little bit on Congressman Curtis sent out a statement this morning and made some allegations against the Utah Debate Commission. One of those was the fact that he agreed to a virtual debate, and then his opponent, Chris Herod, didn't agree to that. But you, as the Debate Commission, weren't going to have a virtual debate unless both parties were there, but yet Chris Herod is able to have what their campaign is calling an hour of free media time because he's participating in your scheduled debate. Can you speak to whether or not that's fair for Chris Herod to have 1 hour, but John Curtis not to?
So this is a difficult question. This is something that we as a commission and various committees within our commission have talked about in depth. I don't really want to go into the negotiations that happened within those meetings. The candidates were involved. We did have a number of discussions as to what could happen, what could be possible. Again, this is a fairness issue. We can't pressure one candidate or another to do one thing or another. All we can do is put the idea out there. This is an option. This is an opportunity. We can move the date, perhaps. We can have a virtual debate, perhaps. It's not up to us. Both candidates have to stand from an equal footing to come to the determination of whether or not that's agreeable. And if one does not, then one does not. As a result of that, our default is we have our debate on the date that we have set forth, and the candidates that show up are the candidates that show up.
A couple of campaigns have said to me that the concern wasn't so much, the concern was a little bit with the GOP party and they're wanting to be involved, but the dates, and that the commission wasn't willing to move any dates and announced in a press release before candidates had a chance to respond. What is your response to that?
So we choose our dates the same way every time. We look for periods of time when Congress is not in session, and we try to get the dates as close as we can to before ballots go out. We've done this process for every debate so far. This time around, we did it the same way as we did 2 years ago for primaries. In fact, there was a little bit of time. There's a little additional time. I believe it was in May that the dates were released, and we did it in the end of April. And so we have learned from this. We hopefully next time around we will release those dates earlier and get in touch with the candidates earlier. That's something we will have going forward. But in terms of this particular round of debates, nothing has changed from what we've done in the past.
Another one of the Curtis campaign's allegations is that you blocked media and using your influence with media partners in this Utah Debate Commission to block media from covering the GOP-sponsored debates. Your response?
We have not. I have not said anything about covering the debates, and there has been coverage. Reporters have been at the GOP debates covering them and reporting on them. The carriage rule is our partners are all the major television broadcast entities in this state, and this is what our partnership is. We have come together to produce these debates, and I'm grateful that our partners have supported us in that endeavor. I have also said that we don't have a monopoly on debates. That if other people want to get other debates together, we love the dialogue. The idea, though, with our partnership is that our debates go first. So if KSL or if Fox 13 or if KSL Radio decides to hold a debate, they will do so after our debates.
Okay, and my final question is just, do you see the issue of many incumbents not showing up as an incumbent problem where they don't have to debate because they say one thing wrong and that could jeopardize their whole campaign? Or do you see this as a function of the GOP specifically kind of muddying the waters a little bit?
I don't really want to get into the reasoning behind that. I don't think that's really my position as the executive director of this committee. All I want to do is put on the best debates possible, and I would hope we'd have full participation.
Very good. Thanks, guys.
All right. No more questions. Thank you very much for joining us.